From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Tuesday, June the 11th, 2019. Jordan, Egypt, and Morocco are all set to have confirmed their attendance in the upcoming conference in Bahrain, focusing on the economic aspects of the yet-to-be-unveiled U.S. peace plan for Israel and the Palestinians. The Times of Israel reported that a senior White House official said the three Arab countries will join the already confirmed Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates at the gathering, which is being co-hosted by the U.S. and is set for June the 25th and 26th. The U.S. had said earlier this week that it was waiting for support from Arab countries before official invites are extended to Israel and the Palestinian Authority. The Palestinians have said that they will not attend the conference even if asked to. A firefight broke out overnight between Israeli and Palestinian security forces in what appears to have been a case of mistaken identity. According to the IDF, Israeli forces were conducting an operation late last night in the West Bank city of Nablus to search for illegal weapons when they spotted armed individuals at the Palestinian Security Service headquarters, and believing they were terrorists, opened fire and a firefight ensued. The IDF said that after the fact it was determined that it was Palestinian Security Services personnel. No Israeli soldiers were injured. One Palestinian security officer was lightly injured in his hand. The IDF is investigating the incident. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said he will attend a hearing this October on the three criminal cases against him. Netanyahu's lawyer Amit Haddad said, "We will come to the hearing, but it would have been right to reconsider the date and delay it." As we've been reporting to you, the Prime Minister was seeking to postpone the hearing in light of new elections coming up in September. Yesterday was the last day for Netanyahu to convey his intention to attend. If he had not, his right to a hearing would have been waived, and Israeli Attorney General Avichai Mandelblit would have moved to make a decision in the cases. Israel's former Justice Minister Ayelet Shaked, who was fired from her position last month, said she plans to run in the upcoming elections in September. Her New Right party, with Naftali Bennett, failed to cross the threshold and make it into the Knesset in the elections this past April. It is unclear what party Shaked will run with for the next elections. The U.S. House of Representatives will debate a bill to purchase two Israeli-developed Iron Dome missile defense systems and use them to protect American soldiers. The bill was introduced yesterday by Democratic Representative Mickey Sherrill of New Jersey. If you recall, Israel's Defense Ministry and the U.S. Department of Defense confirmed the purchase of the batteries earlier this year. Sherrill said Iron Dome is a proven defense system that will provide increased protection for our troops in the field. Access to this technology addresses critical gaps in our current capabilities. A Holocaust memorial in Prague has been vandalized. The Farewell Memorial sits at the central train station in the city, from which 669 children, mostly Jewish, boarded trains during the spring and summer of 1939, leaving their parents ahead of the Nazi invasion for safety in Britain. A glass panel symbolizing a train window with handprints depicting the gut-wrenching goodbyes was removed from its frame and hit with a blunt object, cracking it in half. The Czech engraver who designed the window, Jan Hunat, said he believes this was an intentional act. He told the UK's Guardian 100% this was planned. An Australian-based online company is once again in hot water over offering up some highly offensive items for sale. Redbubble allows customers to create custom-designed items and, if you recall, was recently criticized for selling items with images of the Auschwitz death camp printed on them. This time, they came under public outcry for carrying items with a Zyklon B logo printed on them, one of the chemicals the Nazis used to murder millions in their death camp gas chambers. Redbubble said, "We have taken immediate action to remove the works in question and will continue removing any designs or images that violates our community guidelines and user agreement." Well, Greece now has what is thought to be its first Jewish mayor. 65-year-old independent candidate Moises Elisaf will lead Ioannina, once a thriving Jewish community that was almost completely wiped out by the Nazis in 1945. Elisaf told the Associated Press that his election last week as one of Greece's 332 mayors shows that stereotypes and prejudices are being overcome. An Israeli resident of Thessaloniki, Avi Azulai, said Elisaf's victory is one of great significance and sends a strong message to the Jews in Greece. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Tuesday, June the 11th at 7 o'clock, we hear from historian David Kaufman at Limud, New York, last year. At 8, filmmaker Jamie Bernstein talks about life with her father, legendary conductor and composer Leonard Bernstein. That's by Congregation Shir Shalom of Ridgefield, Connecticut, with the Jewish Book Council and Federation for Jewish Philanthropy of Upper Fairfield County. At 9, Mark Gollop sits down with screen and stage actor Mike Burstyn, who talks about his first feature film, Azimuth, which is about an Israeli and Egyptian soldier after the Six-Day War. At 10:30, IDF soldiers remember the Gaza War. And coming up right after this newscast, it's Israel in Style. And that's the JBS News Update for Tuesday, June 11th, 2019. I'm Teisha Bader.